then the when, then the who, then the how, and the measurements. Many times I talk to business leaders around the country, and we kind of miss the how and the who and the when. It's about strategy, meaning where we want to be in 2 to 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't run a war just talking about what you want to do. The key elements of the strategy is to figure out who's going to do it, who's going to be on the team, when the event is going to start, and how you build the conditions for success of that particular venture, and how are you going to do it. Because I will tell you the hard part is the how. And if your what isn't inclusive of a concept of using less, you might be in a 19th century market strategy. It's all about prevention. It's not how we're going to deal with the existing ozone. It's how we're going to do what? Create less of an ozone impact. Okay, let me get into preparedness, and this concept I just talked to you about will come into perspective. Okay, we talked about weather radios. Why do you want one? Because if you lose power, you need to stay informed. Now, you remember Hurricane Katrina. You saw all those people down in New Orleans. Maybe 60,000 of them trapped in the city. The lights went out. How were they staying informed? The cell towers were out. No electricity, no running water. Think of that happening at your home when you get home this weekend, that you would lose power. How many of you have 3 days supply of food at home? Very good. How many of you have an evacuation pack? Very good. Why the rest of you don't have an evacuation pack? Now, may I borrow your bag? Okay. We've got a virtual evacuation pack here. One of the things we want in our evacuation pack is cash. Why do we want cash? Because if we lose power, the ATM, because the ATM guys always get the word 2 days before some shit go down and they leave town. Excuse me, I didn't mean to curse like that. Okay, what else you want in the evacuation pack? You want a CD or a thumb drive with a copy of all your important papers. Why do you want that? Ladies and gentlemen, there were people who left New Orleans thinking they'd be back in 2 days, and what they came back to find out of New Orleans and Biloxi and other places was just the foundation of where their home was. They're missing title to the house. Pictures of Uncle Joe arriving on a steamer from somewhere around the world. Pictures, baby pictures, of Grandma Lucy's birth certificate, all gone. Some of them had made an effect and put it in the bank. Guess what happened to the bank? In a safe deposit box. You can do this, ladies and gentlemen. Do this for yourself, and you being mostly a bunch of IT type, do it for your parents. And then help your kids get prepared. Because we will have disasters again, whether they're man-made, through terrorist attack, or accidents, industrial accidents, or natural disasters such as hurricane, tornadoes, and flooding. How many of you were affected by the floods this year? Okay, not many. Well, any flood, anywhere. How many of you were affected by flooding? Flooding destroyed more homes every year than any other event. It is the biggest destroyer of people's homes, flooding.